So the natal chart, so your astrology, your natal chart is taken from the moment your body, your baby self,
come out the womb,
enters the world.
Yep.
Feet are out, boom, they get the time,
That's
and then
it.
that's the reading you're gonna have.
Yeah.
Silly question. Does it apply to like animals as well? Can you?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, again, it's less relevant to animals because most animals are not self-aware like we are. You know, most animals are conscious, but not with the level of consciousness that we are. You know, it's very different. Resonance is a very different frequency. Most animals are focused on survival, eating, fucking, pooping. You know, finding a good place for shelter and to make babies and then die, and hope that those babies live. Humans, we're questioning the meaning of life, and we're making art, and we're making music, and we're writing mathematical equations, and we're focused on a lot of different things that are very much more specific than just the basic mechanisms of our biology, right? And that's where kind of astrology comes in. And, you know, to me, it's the study of relationships, but not just human relationships, also relationships to ourself and the cosmos, and within ourselves and outside of ourselves, and how it all correlates together. But the macro study of that we call astrology, of how those planetary bodies out there reflect what's going on down here. Because there is a correlation. They discovered that quite a long time ago. That, hey, not only are these beautiful stars beautiful, they have an influence on us. And I say influence very lightly because, like I said, I don't believe that astrology is causational. I don't believe that Mars is in this way. It's causing you to be this way. You know, at the end of the day, you're in control of who you are. You can't blame it on the planets. You know, a lot of people like to take the responsibility away by saying, oh, it was that, oh, I had Mars in my whatever house. You know, it's like, yeah, you're going to go through events, but how you experience those events, even if someone has almost an identical chart to you, versus how someone with that same identical chart, like identical twins is a good example of this, where generally they have pretty much the same. Sometimes they can have different, very, very different aspects, but very, very rarely. Oftentimes it's pretty much the exact same chart. Their ascendant might be off a few degrees, but that barely means much, you know. But they live very different lives. And so they activate certain things. They have different conditionings. They have different tendencies because your natal chart, or the moment that you're born, defines the kind of potential of the energy in which you, or you could say the archetype of which you are. But I always joke about, and this came from a pretty well-known astrologer named Stephen Forrest, and he says, you know, I hope that since you've been born, you've grown a little bit since then, meaning that you're not cursed to what you have been when you were born. You know, this is not who I am. It is the essence of who you are, and it's the potential of who you are. But even as we go about each year, there's different things happening collectively, planetarily, that are impacting you each year. That this year, for example, is a very intense year. It's a very crazy year. Lots of things going on. And that's going to affect us more than many of the other years, you know? And some people this year had a very profound year, and other people had a very, very challenging year. Some people both. Some people neither, you know? So that all depends on, the moment that you're born really defines that. It is, in a sense, you get a stamp the moment you come out of the womb, and that is your, what we call in astrology, the natal chart, which is the energy of who you are. It's the potential of who you are.